episode of Creature Madness with your host, me, Gus from Askewed Reviews. Now, in case you don't already know what Creature Madness is, let me explain. This was a creation by my friend Matthew over at Horror Madness, who decided to create a movie club where he invited a few of his friends, and what we do is each time around, we all watch the same creature feature film. Then each of us does our own review on that movie for all of you. Currently, I'm playing a little bit of catch up as I'm a few weeks behind on some of my reviews for this, but soon I will be caught up. Now, aside from myself and Matthew, the other members of this group are Karen, Amariah, Jen, Bambi, Ryan, and Ashley. And speaking of Ashley, at least up to the point where I'm trying to get caught up at, it was her turn to choose the movie. And she chose the 2008 film Splinter, directed and co written by Toby Wilkins. So, Splinter is a film that I actually had forgotten about, but it is a very fun and entertaining, part creature feature, part body horror film that I do recommend checking out. So, let me tell you about the concept for this film. First of all, we have our main couple, Polly and Seth, who have decided to do a little bit of camping, but neither one of them is all that well prepared for it, and they quickly learn that it just is not the right time to do so. So they've decided that they're going to drive to the nearest motel and spend the night there. Now, on their way to doing so, they end up running into another couple. And that would be Dennis and Lacey, who are actually criminals that are on the run, and they've decided to take Polly and Seth hostage, at least for the time being. Now, after a little bit, they end up having some car trouble and need to pull over into a gas station. While trying to figure out their next move, they begin to realize that the gas station attendant is missing, when all of a sudden, he/it lumbers out and begins to attack Lacey. Now, it would be scary enough if this was just some random attacker, but the gas station attendant has now become something else, as a weird parasitic fungus has now infected his body and pretty much taken it over. And when this happens, it becomes this weird semi humanoid, semi amalgamation that also has these odd quills growing out of it. And if you touch the quills, or if this thing's attacking you, you then become another thing that eventually will get assimilated into this beginning thing. I know I've been saying thing a lot, but in all honesty, this movie did remind me a lot of The Thing. So if you did like that one, you might like this one as well. The rest of the movie are the characters holding up in this gas station, trying to figure out how they can get away from this creature and hopefully get to safety. So I really enjoyed this one. It's got a lot of intense moments, some really creepy body horror, and some moments that just make you feel ugh. So for me on my scale, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. If you'd like to check it out for yourselves, it's currently streaming for free on Amazon Prime. Now, I will give a quick spoiler warning. I'm about to go into the section of Creature Madness where I go more in depth into information about the creature itself. Mind you, it's not always super spoiler material, but just in case you don't want anything ruined for you, go see the movie, come back and watch this video, or if you've already seen the movie, or if you just don't care about spoilers and want to watch this anyway, then let's get to the monster. So, as I mentioned, this horrifying parasitic fungus takes over a body and it really just kind of like grows out of everywhere. And that's why you see these quills all over and all that black gunk and everything. But you can't exactly say that the creature this becomes is a zombie because it's not exactly mindless and it's not exactly mindful. It's really just out to create more of itself. And it is apparently heat seeking. Like it will specifically seek out warmth and heat to be able to grow more. And that's why it goes after humans and animals. One of my favorite things is apparently, even if parts of it get detached, those little parts are their own things. Specifically, the sequence when this hand is moving by itself is so friggin' creepy. Like the way it kind of like bobbles back and forth and everything, like that really gave me the willies just watching that. But it's so much fun. I really did like it. And you can probably see just from these pictures why it is a bit similar to The Thing. Now, it's never actually explained in the movie whether or not this is like an Earth based fungus or if it's alien in nature. But I kind of like the fact that it's a mystery. I would like a sequel, though. I know it's been years since this has come out, but I think maybe an origin story or a continuation, I would totally be up for it. Random side note, if you didn't know, the concept for the fungus in this did actually come from the idea of cordyceps, which of course we see in things like The Last of Us. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Creature Madness. And if you'd like to see what everyone else did for their reviews on this movie, just look up the hashtag Creature Madness.